Days of Our Lives, star Suzanne Rogers reveals colon cancer diagnosis. Beyond the script, how Days of Our Lives legend Suzanne Rogers faced her greatest role yet. In the hallowed, fictional town of Salem, Maggie Horton is a pillar of strength. For nearly 5 decades, she has been the heart of the community, a woman who has weathered amnesia, kidnappings, loss, and countless family crises with a grace and resilience that has made her a beloved icon. The actress who brings her to life, Suzanne Rogers, has long been a similar pillar in the real-world tapestry of daytime television. But in a move that stunned and moved her legion of fans, Rogers recently stepped out from behind the character to share a story not from a script, but from her own life, a private, years-long battle with colon cancer. The revelation, made in a heartfelt interview and a series of social media posts, was not a cry for sympathy, but a powerful act of advocacy. It is a story that reframes a career defined by public performance into a narrative of profound private courage, reminding us that the most heroic battles are often fought off camera. A shocking diagnosis in a familiar place. Rogers' journey began, as it does for so many, with a routine screening. It was early 2020, a time when the world was already gripped by the anxiety of a global pandemic. Amidst the chaos, Rogers heeded her doctor's advice and scheduled a colonoscopy. She expected the all clear. She felt fine. The news that followed was a gut punch. "You never think the word cancer will be attached to you," Rogers shared, her voice calm but firm. "I went in feeling perfectly healthy, and I came out with a diagnosis that changes everything. It's a surreal feeling. The world was shutting down, and suddenly, my own body felt like a foreign, treacherous landscape. The cancer was in its early stages, a fact for which she is now eternally grateful." Her doctors moved quickly, outlining an aggressive treatment plan that would involve surgery to remove the affected section of her colon, followed by several months of chemotherapy. The prognosis was good, but the road ahead was daunting. The secret keeper of Salem. What followed was a masterclass in compartmentalization and professional dedication. After her successful surgery, Rogers began chemotherapy treatments. She made a conscious decision, in consultation with the show's understanding producers, to keep her diagnosis private. This meant that while Maggie Horton on screen was serving up advice and comfort at the Horton family dining table, Suzanne Rogers was navigating fatigue, nausea, and the emotional toll of cancer treatment just a few feet away, offset. "It was the most challenging role I've ever had to play," she admits with a wry smile. The role of Suzanne, the healthy person. "There were days when the fatigue was so profound that just remembering my lines felt like climbing a mountain. The wonderful makeup artists and hairstylists on the show became my guardian angels. We'd have a chemo session, and a few days later, I'd be in the chair, and they would work their magic, not just to make me look like Maggie, but to help me feel like her." She describes leaning into her character as a source of strength. Maggie has this incredible, quiet fortitude. She's been through hell and back, but she always finds a way to get up, to keep going, to find the joy. There were moments on set where I would literally think, what would Maggie do? And the answer was always, she would put one foot in front of the other. She would show up for her family. So I showed up for mine, my Days family. Her co-stars, though unaware of the specific battle she was fighting, sensed something. "We knew she was dealing with a health issue," shared longtime co-star Stephen Nichols, who plays Steve Patch Johnson. "But Suzanne has always been such a professional, such a steady presence. She never complained. She was always prepared, always had that warm smile. To know now what she was truly carrying, it just takes my breath away. She's tougher than any of the characters we play." The decision to speak her truth, after completing her chemotherapy and receiving the news that she was cancer-free, Rogers faced a new dilemma, whether to share her story. The instinct for privacy was strong, but a stronger force emerged, the desire to make her struggle meaningful for others. "Sitting in that chemo ward, I saw so many people from all walks of life," she recalls, her eyes glistening. "Young, old, every ethnicity. Cancer is the great equalizer. And I kept thinking about the power of a platform. If I, as Maggie Horton, can convince one person to get a screening they've been putting off, then this entire journey takes on a new purpose. Her announcement was met with an outpouring of love and support from fans, fellow actors, and colon cancer advocacy groups. The Colon Cancer Coalition reported a noticeable spike in website traffic and inquiries about screening following her interview, a phenomenon often called the Katie Couric effect, in reference to the journalist's impactful on-air colonoscopy in 2000. Celebrity announcements are powerful because they put a familiar, beloved face on a disease that can feel abstract and frightening, explains Dr. Enya Sharma, a gastroenterologist not involved in Rogers' care. When someone like Suzanne Rogers says, "I had it, I got screened, and I'm okay," it demystifies the process and reduces the stigma. It can literally save lives. A new chapter of advocacy and gratitude. Today, Suzanne Rogers is not just a cancer survivor. She is a vibrant advocate. She uses her platform to emphasize the life-saving importance of early detection, urging her followers not to ignore symptoms or delay screenings out of fear or embarrassment. "Pride has no place in your health," she states emphatically. "A colonoscopy is nothing compared to chemo. A little discomfort is nothing compared to the alternative. I am here today, back on set, loving my job, and enjoying my life because I went for that testament." Her experience has also subtly infused her portrayal of Maggie Horton with a new layer of depth. "I think I understand fragility and resilience in a way I never could have before," she reflects. "I think it's made me a better actress and certainly a more grateful human being." On the set of Days of Our Lives, the Horton family ornaments are a cherished tradition, each one representing a member of the clan. Suzanne Rogers' real-life story adds a new, invisible ornament to that tree, one not of fictional drama, but of immense real-world courage. Her journey from a shocking diagnosis in the shadow of a global pandemic to a triumphant return to health is a testament to modern medicine, but more so to the unyielding human spirit. She entered our homes for decades as the kind-hearted Maggie, teaching us about family and forgiveness. Now, she has taught us an even more vital lesson: that true strength is found in vulnerability, that advocacy is born from adversity, and that sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones we never saw coming. Suzanne Rogers, the survivor, has ensured her most important role won't be confined to the credits of a television show, but will echo in the lives she has undoubtedly saved.